How's it going, guys? Spectre here. Since the Quetzalcoatlus was added to the game, there has been an odd bug at 50-50 on the map, or perfect 0-0-0 within the modification kit. And at this point is where randomly you will be attacked by turrets, plant turrets, and normal automatic turrets. And nobody's really been able to figure out what's going on. The developers can't recreate the issue, so they've put it on the back burner. And what we believe we have done now is we have figured out exactly what is causing it. Now, I am going to be flying around here recording this, but we do have pictures of a few things. The first thing is that eggs from Quetzals that are on the server will spawn, and we are able to determine what Quetzal it comes from. We're able to determine the parents of that egg or who actually laid it. That's a big thing. The second thing is that it appears that every Quetzalcoatlus on the server is in one fleshy heap right now. You can't see them, but it's there. You can see the turtle right there twitching. It is being hit by turrets. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn this over. I'm going to allow my server admin Unk to explain what he believes is causing this. And we're going to test out some theories, and we're going to try to debunk some of the issues, but also figure out what is going on, and also see if we can come up and help the developers figure this out. This is all Unk's doing. I take absolutely no credit for any of this. I am recording it for him. Unk, if you'd like to explain what's going on, feel free to do so.
So right now what I'm doing is I've got a turtle that's flying directly next to the 50-50 bug. We have a tower that we've built up to it. If you look in the center of it, you can see 3 dimorphodons that are right directly at it. For some reason, small flyers head to it like a magnet. I've seen it with dimorphodons and with meganeuras. And that's the location that approximately that everything's shooting from. What I think is going on from everything I've seen here is that every Quetzal in the game, maybe just every tamed one, but every Quetzal is wherever it's at in the game, but also is here, that it's in both places at once. They're obviously invisible here, but I've got fly on, and like if you fly through the middle of the 50-50, it bounces you around like you're flying through a mass of animals.
Yeah, I'm going to quickly do a fly through and see if I lose this Quetzal. Flying straight.
I've tanked the bullets from most angles. I found another angle I'm tanking right now.
And
the reason why I think the 50-50 bug is so hard to pin down is because every Quetzal is here. They're tangled up in a pile of bodies, and you have to get line of sight from wherever that turret is relative on the Quetzal through all the wings and arms and heads and stuff to you to get shot. That's one of the reasons why it doesn't always shoot people that go by here.
Right. I'm going to see if I can actually come down and see if I get pushed to the side, because there's a body there. I don't know if I actually hit your turtle or what, but you can hear the turtle taking the shots.
Oh yeah, he's getting shot like every round. Now that's a spawned-in turtle. He's been spawned in at like insanely high level to have a lot of hit points, because I want to try to whittle them down. And what we're thinking now is it's literally taking the bullets off of the platform saddles from wherever they are in game. The whole time I've been here building this tower up to it, even though I've not had any large animals here, it's pretty much been raining large dino poop down and Quetzal eggs constantly.
And
I've gotten a lot of screenshots of individual Quetzal eggs and who they were from. It seems to be like tribes all over the server.
Now the question that remains is, are these mirrored, as in are they replicas of the Quetzal as is? And if they are, does that mean that when the server goes down, it takes a snapshot, when the server resets, does it take a snapshot of what the Quetzal looks like, such as saddle, the platform, what's on that platform? Or is this actually the Quetzal is pulling an out-of-body experience and legitimately in 2 places at once?
I think that that's what it is. It's my gut feeling. Again, we'll need to find a way to test it. But the reason is everybody complains about how few eggs and poops they get from Quetzals. I think that's because like a percentage of them are coming here.
Right.
Kind of flying around. What we're doing right now is we've got another guy elsewhere on the server, and he's purposely trying to get his Quetzal to spam a bunch of poop, and we're going to see if a lot of it drops here. So far, we haven't had success with that. But, you know, Quetzals aren't as good as Fiami is for something like that.
Is the turtle at exactly 000?
No, the three Dimorphodons that are right here in the middle, that's exactly 000 on admin commands, which is the equivalent of 50-50 on the map. And so it's shooting him not from that exact spot, but that's where every Quetzal is. And so if you imagine the full Quetzal, you got the platform saddle on its back.
Right,
it's actually coming from a little higher up.
Right, and I can't even land in there. I can't bring the Quetzal in there. You're seeing me bounce off like, you know, like something is
Watch what happens if I fly up above it. Let me get right up above it. And then I'm going to take fly mode off, and you're going to see me land and bounce off of the invisible Quetzals there. I did this a couple of times with the turtle and have a screenshot of him just standing in midair. All right, set the walk, and here, once I'll wait for you to clear.
Right, I'm trying to get a good angle.
No worries, and it's hard to when you get bounced around by them in there.
Okay, feel free to do it. I got a good angle right here.
Okay, so I'm setting it to walk, and unless I just fall through, oh, see, I hit one for a sec and bounced off. I'll try it a couple of times and see.
Yeah, see, you're bouncing. See, I can see you bouncing. Now,
so I'm sliding off of parts of it.
Right. See, I'm being shot by plant turrets, and I can't see any, like, legitimate turrets, like the automatic turrets firing. I don't see them. I just see plant turrets hitting me. Now, it'll be interesting to see if there is, if the Quetzals... It'd be interesting to see if the Quetzals that have actual turrets, and I know Hogs had them, but the Quetzals that have actual turrets on them, if they're powered or not.
I think that it's mainly, I know that the Starks are, because Koma's in, and he just verified that they've got a bunch on theirs. The only other tribe I know of that's got a lot of turrets on their Quetzals is Forgotten.
Well, actually, our turrets are unpowered.
See, that could
Do you have plant turrets on yours?
They disappeared. They teleported out like last week or something.
Oh.
They disappeared.
That's interesting.
And, you know, Forgotten Tribe a long time ago, all their turrets disappeared on their Quetzal. And so that's what a lot of people thought on the forums, is that when they disappear, they come here. And that might still be the case. But we're definitely seeing Quetzals themselves mirrored here, that are alive and safe elsewhere. Now here's another thing that's I'm wondering. Does this glitch always happen, or does it build up over time? Because we've had about 2 or 3 days, since 2 days I think, since the last server reset, and so maybe they've been glitching and getting added to the pile. And so I want to come here immediately after the next server reset and see if any of the Quetzals are here.
No, that's a good question. I mean, it's kind of interesting how the Dimorphodons are just sitting there. Now, it could be that because the Dimorphodons are caught in the jumble of bodies, they can't move. But
that may be the case too, but the screenshots that I have from last night when I first finally built up this high, all the Dimorphodons that got kind of close, as soon as they got near the area, they would instantly turn and head straight for 000. When I left the area and then came back, you know, buildings aren't spawned in when you're there. They were able to fly through, and now they're just happily hovering right at 000. Watch what happens if I piss one off. Like, it'll circle around inside there and then go right back to hovering in the middle after a little while. There, okay, I pissed one off. He's going to circle around. He's going to be kind of angry, and once he calms down, he'll start hovering slowly closer to the middle again. unless he just forever aggroes on my wall.
The wall could have really pissed him off this time.
It could have, yeah.
It's kind of funny how this turtle is still being shot at.
Yeah, somebody
And-
put a lot of bullets in their turret.
Yeah, that's what I'm noticing is it's bullets, and it's not like, you know, I'm not seeing it being shot by.
It depends
plant
on the angle. So like right now, he's only got an angle on one of the actual auto turrets.
Right.
But like a little while ago, if I get into position, I had him a little further in. It was after he dropped on the back of one of the Quetzals. He kind of fell into this corner here,
Right.
and he was then shot by some plant turrets that had an angle on
he's
him.
not being shot. by
I'm not
any
getting
turrets
shot
now.
while I'm in here because I'm in God mode, and apparently, even though you can go physically up to a turret and get shot while you're in God mode, this glitch will not shoot you while you're in God mode.
It's prioritizing the turtle, and it might actually be that the turret itself might be set to attack only player-tamed dinosaurs. We don't know.
It's set to both because when I took it off for a little while, I was getting shot. And
Okay.
watch, like I can actually break the line of sight. He's getting shot. I get in
Right.
close, and I'm breaking line of sight of the bullets.
Right,
He's not
and-
getting shot.
This is actually kind of interesting. It's
Now-
you know,
Now watch the God mode thing. You can turn on the God mode on an animal when you're on it. So it's not on him now. I'm going to turn on God mode for him.
okay,
It's no longer targeting him.
right.
I'll turn it off, and now it's targeting him again.
Now one of the things
That's different than standard turret behavior.
right now, one of the things that I'm kind of wondering is it a case of like Schrodinger's cat? You know,
Uh-huh.
it's the same Quetzal, but it's not. Like, if we could figure out which Quetzal is technically taking the shots, if we could go to that Quetzal itself and see if it's shooting at the same time.
The only ways that we're going to be able to do that I can see is to either get every single player to disarm their Quetzals and then pick one to arm, or to just keep on manually tanking them like I'm doing until we're no longer getting shot. And then either way, once all the bullets are gone, then we slowly add one Quetzal at a time. Or pick a weapon that no one else has. Like if we were to use one of Jones' lasers, which is on the server but turned off. If we were to spawn one of those in and put it on the back of one Quetzal, then we would know for sure who that's coming from, because no one else has that.
Mark,
What's up, Cody?
if I may weigh in here, if I put like a turret on a Quetzal, and you try to tank it with your turtle, I can see if my turret is shooting at my base.
Yeah, like if by chance that we just happen to get a line of sight between the turtle and your invisible Quetzal, and you were able to see the bullets getting used, that would
Yep.
definitely let us know if it is in both places at once, or not. Like, you know, like it's mirrored.
I'll
But
try
there's
it.
no way to prove that it's being mirrored, because is he getting shot by your Quetzal or another Quetzal? The only thing that would be possible to prove is if it happens to be shooting by your Quetzal, or getting shot by your Quetzal, and you see the bullets getting diminished, then we could prove that it's
Well,
it's in both places at once.
I'm placing one right now.
It'd be interesting also to see if these turrets shoot through the building. Like
They do not. They do not. Like if you're below that lip that's around the edge, you will not get shot no matter what your angle is.
okay, so you're gonna have to expand this building in order to.
So yeah, the whole point of this originally was to try to block off the 50-50 bug to keep innocents from getting shot flying by. The reason why I can't go any higher is that's the most I can build, because all those Quetzal bodies are in the way. They're blocking me from building any higher. Like here, I could go higher here on this corner, but all this whole rim, it's all blocked.
Okay, Ankh, the turret's up.
And we have no clue what angle though.
Okay, so I just blocked it. I'm being shot. I was shot with plant turrets, not the
Who even
actual
has
auto
plant turrets on their turtle?
The only one I can think of is Hogs. Kunta had one that he did for Quetzal boxing.
I saw him with it once, but I don't know if he disarmed it or not when he left the server.
I highly doubt it. But the entire thing is actually kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting that we were able to maybe not reproduce what's causing this. But
Unc,
What's that,
the turret is aiming.
It is aiming?
Yeah.
Like it sees a target?
Yeah, it sees a target. It like.
Alright, well,
looks at
let me fly the turtle around a couple of different angles.
It's
Okay, I'm
certainly
getting
aiming.
shot from an angle I wasn't getting shot at before. Are you getting any bullets missing?
No, I'm not getting any bullets missing, but the turret is definitely moving.
okay, you're
So it sees a target.
Yeah, it's definitely moving. I put it on all to attack all. And it's like going on active. Well, you know, standing like
if
alert
you
phase, and then it's like, oh, I see something, and it keeps on twitching.
if you can record that just to show it, and we can kind of do a tandem thing for this, I'd have to.
I
edit
can
the
fly
video.
over there. I can fly over there.
So when a turret sees something, but there's something
can record
physically
it.
in the way, it still is going to turn and aim at it.
Right? Is
So
are there?
it probably just has another Quetzal in the way.
It's very possible. Honestly, if you could if you could take the bullets out of the turrets, I could fly over there and check it out.
I'll just fly over there. No worries.
Now, just for that earlier experiment with the Dimorphodon, like I can see him moving around in the middle again.
Right.
And he's trying to like find a spot where he's happy at 000. He's calmed down and
Right.
he's trying to get back to it. He can fly out and leave at any time, but he wants to stay there for some reason. It's another
Right.
weird glitch of it.
It's still a really good. It's still really good that we're able to figure out something. The developers have really. I don't want to say they've ignored this entire thing, but they have not been interested in trying to reproduce it. They're probably waiting for beta in order to figure out what the problem is, reproduce it, and correct it.
Or wait for players to find something more definitive to give them, kind of like what we're trying to do here.
And you can see right here how tall this building is going in order to get to 000. It's pretty high up there. It's not perfect, but it's at least somebody's doing it. And one of the things I do have to point out is, it's taking players to do this. There's, I'm sure other players have tried to figure it out, but the fact that, you've actually done so, the fact that the developers, I don't want to say don't seem to care, but the fact that the developers have sat on their butts this long.
Well, I do a lot of coding on the side, and my thought on it is it's really hard to fix something that's ambiguous, and it's been very ambiguous up until now. It's a needle in a haystack for them. They don't have enough clues to go off of except for something weird happens at this location. What I think the reason is why it's so hard to reproduce is that whole line of sight. Like, it's just, you have to have line of sight from your animal that's getting shot to the turret between all those Quetzals that are spawned in.
Right, and it's, it's like you said, they can't reproduce it. It's kind of one of those out of sight, out of mind concepts.
Now that we know more about it, though, this is reproducible. Anybody can build a tower up here to this location, and it that only helps you find it. Like, you don't have to build that, but it's really hard to get to 000 without directly spawning to
I'm
it.
across the river of the tower.
And having a tower there like this helps you walk around right at that spot and see that there's something physically there in the way, which I think is all the Quetzals.
I can't see. You're not really rendering in. Oh, you're down there. Okay.
Down there on the road.
I'm going to. Are they set to like low distance?
The bullets are gone.
Well, no,
have it in my
I don't want to
inventory.
get. If it's set to low distance and I stay outside the. And I stay out because I'm not seeing it turning right now.
Oh, it's not. Maybe
It's not.
maybe you have to move around a little bit.
Oh
more.
yeah, I would definitely have to move.
So
It's
try
on
moving.
medium right now.
Okay, so set to short, and let's see what happens.
So I'm flying around now, and
Yeah.
the turrets should
This is
be
high.
tracking.
See, this is high.
Okay, I see it moving now.
And if they're not firing, then that's because they don't have a line of sight, but they still track through other things.
Right? No, absolutely. Do me a favor. Set it to attack to target players only.
Players only. Okay. Yeah. Put bullets in there?
No, do not put bullets in there.
And it shouldn't be tracking the turtle anymore.
Right.
Oh, it's not doing anything.
No. Now, if you hop off of it,
I'm still getting shot, but that's probably by other turrets.
right. The fact that it's not targeting you, though,
I'm
it's
still
not.
freezing here.
It's not moving again. It's kind of interesting that it was targeting something and we couldn't tell what it was.
It had to be the turtle.
It might have been the turtle. It might have been targeting the turtle, but at the same time, why isn't it targeting you? Maybe because you have God mode on?
It could be the God mode, but also, do turrets ever shoot players off of mounts?
Yes.
Or do they shoot the mounts first?
If you set it to a target players only, it will shoot players off the mounts.
Okay, so yeah, it wouldn't be targeting me because of God mode.
Okay, so if you can disable God mode as much as you may not want to do that.
Let me see if I got anything in my inventory that would be bad for y'all to get.
Just put a bed up there. So you can
Just some
spawn.
Quetzal eggs and a couple metal stairs.
I mean, I'd point out that really it just seems to be mainly plant turrets that are shooting at this point. It's not like you'll be taking a bunch of damage. It'll just be really annoying. I mean, if his turret doesn't have,
Alright, it should be off for me now.
Okay, so let's see. Nope, it's still not tracking.
Well, I'm not moving.
Okay.
Let me move around now.
Yeah, try moving. Okay, it's not. Now I'm gonna go close by and see if it starts targeting me. I'm going towards your Quetzal.
Okay.
Got nailed by a plant turret.
Is it targeting me? I
Yep.
see it moving. Okay, it's
Yep.
targeting me. So I go away. It goes back
Yeah,
to
it stopped.
Well,
It
we
goes
know
back
that the
to me.
behavior is different than when you're physically at the turret and you're at the double of the turret here.
Right.
Because like God mode does not affect turrets when you're next to them. They will still shoot at you and shoot you.
Can-
it just
can
doesn't
you
do
just-
anything because you're in God
Can
mode.
you just fly down there just to show that?
Sure.
This
Do
is,
you want me to be in or out of God mode?
in God mode? Just to show it what you were saying.
Right. I'm gonna fly down there. Here, hang on. Let me turn it back on for me too. So both me and the turtle are in it now.
You get a Dilo attacking your Quetzal.
Great.
Okay, so it looks like it is now targeting you. Yeah, it's tracking you.
Just a second, I'm going to kill this Dilo.
So it was kind of interesting how it was targeting something that was around, and it was at short range, but there was no players and there were no player-owned dinosaurs for it to be tracking. It looked like it was actually tracking you for a bit, and then it just stopped.
And it didn't have any bullets, right?
Right, it
No,
did
it
not
didn't.
have bullets, but even without bullets, it's still going to track.
Shall I
True.
put some bullets in there?
Let's not put bullets in there. So this is actually, hey, there's a Quetzal egg down here. There's a Quetzal egg and poop.
There's another Quetzal egg. Let me see whose
Yeah.
it is. Well, is it just hovering in midair, or is it all the way to the
No,
ground?
it's on the it's on that.
Oh, it's on the ledge.
Yeah.
So those ledges, what those were there for originally is I was going to put omnidirectional lampposts there, is kind of make this into a
Nice.
lighthouse to warn people away from
Now
the
I'm being
area.
shot over here by the turrets, by the plant turrets.
Oh, I see you getting shot by them.
Yeah, I'm getting hit pretty far out.
Plant turrets can hit far out if they're on long range.
Right. No, I understand
And,
that.
and
but-
if it's high up on the Quetzal's body, then it would have line of sight on you.
right. No.
Like if they have
a
a really tall
Well,
platform
I'm getting
saddle
rubber
build.
banding right here. I started getting rubber banding right there.
Who owns a Quetzal named Leprechaun?
No idea.
Because that's whoever has. Like that's who this egg is from. It's from a Quetzal named Leprechaun.
Okay. See, now I'm getting hit right here as well.
Where are you?
Back here. I was getting hit right here, and it was pushing me a little bit.
I'm sorry, I don't see where you're at.
Like, I'm getting rubber banding like I'm being pushed around right here.
Oh, I see you now.
Yeah, so like I was getting rubber banding right out there. Hang on, let me see if I can.
Were you bumping
reproduce
into
that.
me? Because you were right behind me.
No, I'm not bumping into you. I'm gonna pull some range real quick, just to real quick, and then I'm gonna try and fly back to there. I'm gonna try and fly back to there, and you can see that I'm hitting something that's a bit out there. So
I was getting a lot of rubber banding when I went down to Coma. It might just be that the server
it could be the
needs
server.
a reset.
It could be the server needs a reset. I don't know. I guess it should be mentioned that we don't have admin command logging
There we go.
activated. What's up?
It's Slim Jesus, Quetzal.
It's Slim Jesus Quetzal?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, I'm stupid. I forgot to get back on my Quetzal. It's okay, guys. I fell in the water.
Oh, wow.
Can you pick me up, please, on Coma?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. I'm a special little snowflake.
Now, while we're filming, if you guys want me to really do a test,
Wait,
really
let me put my
bright.
camera on.
you guys will have to keep your Quetzals far away. And what I could do is on my Quetzal's platform saddle, build a really high pillar
To your right.
and stick one of those laser turrets on top, and then come over here with the turtle and see if it starts getting zapped.
That would give a good indication of what's going on, because you'd be the only one with it.
Yeah, I would be the only one that has it, and it would be proof that it happens instantaneously.
Yeah.
We don't know if it does. It might be that it doesn't happen until the server resets or some other random variable happens
Right.
that makes them start shooting people here. But like if I plant a laser turret and it starts shooting a laser turret like immediately, we know.
Well, plant it on someone else's Quetzal, because your own laser turret won't target you in your
Right,
code mode.
Well, what I'll do then is I'll log in as my alt.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah. I mean, either way, we're getting some really good information right now.
Right,
And
I'm gonna
that's-
leave the turtle
like, there's
here
a
in
pteranodon
midair,
right below
getting
you.
shot.
There's a pteranodon right below you trying to fly over to it.
And then I have yet to see a Pteranodon or an Argent fly straight at 000. It's the small stuff that I've seen doing it constantly.
Look right below your turtle.
Is it happening right now?
There's a pteranodon right below your turtle.
Alright, let me,
Oh, it's flying. It looks like it's landing now.
yeah, see, he's not really heading towards it. Like,
Yeah.
he's within range of dymos that I see just turn and head straight for it, like
Right.
zombies.
Right, and it looked like that's what it was doing, but pteranodons are also pre-programmed, I guess you could say, to
To land if there
on
are the
occasion.
stamina.
Right.
Do you want me to spawn in a couple of dymos and see how they behave?
Let's
Or do we want to save that for later? Because that's not really...
save that for later for right now.
it's like a side effect of the 50-50. It's not
Right.
really the main issue.
I think right now we have a lot of good information. I think this is definitely going to be something that's interesting. It does open up more questions than answers, I suppose.
But
the
there's
fact
a lot of answers of verifying it is Quetzals.
right, and we're
You know,
getting
like
we're
no one
definitely
knew for
getting-
sure.
We're definitely getting answers. There are more questions that need to be answered, obviously, but the fact that somebody was able to reproduce this and was able to actually show, hey, here's what's going on, I think that's going to be a big thing. And I think the developers will now take it a little more seriously because at least someone was able to reproduce that. And beyond that,
Yeah, and
it's
they can
not-
replicate it now.
and now they can replicate it, but not only that, but any server admin can do the exact same thing you're doing and replicate it.
True, very true.
I'm going to try something. If I spin my Quetzal, will it change mark?
So I think that's going to be it for this video.
Alright, so I'm logging in with the other account.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop it here. We're going to do
crap,
some more
I shouldn't.
testing.
I
I'm
gotta
gonna
log in
post
as
this,
the standard one
unedited.
real quick.
I'm going to post it unedited
And
because
build
I
it
don't want
first.
somebody. I don't want somebody to say, "Hey, we
Let me log back in.
You know, there's no commands logging. There's nothing. I want to make sure that we actually take this seriously. So I'm gonna not edit this video, even though I think it really could use some editing. It's running long. It's almost 30 minutes at this point.
Now,
So
once
with
this is
that being
built,
said,
which it
I'm
will be in just
Spectre. I am-
a little while,
there will
do
probably
not
be a
fly the
second, there'll
Quetzals
be a
anywhere
follow-up.
near it. They're
I am
really, really
Spectre,
powerful.
and
It
I'm
will
out.
wreck the Quetzal.
Oh,